Hello, Gamecocks. I hope and trust that you and your family are all home safe and healthy during this unprecedented time of change. Although the State of the Student Body event has been canceled, I thought it important to address you all one last time as your Student Body President. As you can see, I'm practicing social distancing and I'm home with my family in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I desperately wish that I could be addressing you all in person on campus. But as we are all dealing with this unfamiliar and difficult time, it is important that we rise to the challenge and follow the regulations that the CDC, state, and our beloved university have put forth. To my fellow seniors, know that I feel the raw emotion with you and that Carolina is doing all they can to celebrate the incredible achievements the class of 2020 has made. As Gamecocks, we have proven time and time again that no matter the circumstance or adversity we face, we unite as one family, one community, and we come back stronger than before. I know that we will all do this in the face of COVID-19 as well. What a year it has been. As I sat down to write my remarks, I had trouble with where I should begin. This year has been full of excitement, celebration, and victory, but it has also brought pain, confusion, and sadness. We watched our women's basketball team make history in their victory over UConn. We beat Georgia on their turf between the hedges. We celebrated the centennial of the Darla Moore School of Business and welcomed our largest freshman class in university history. We said goodbye to old friends and welcomed new ones. We congratulated our Truman and Fulbright scholars, and we leaned on each other during times of sorrow and pain. We celebrated the incredible achievements together. We cultivated new and meaningful relationships, and we brought new events and solutions to campus through innovation. I will never forget my first day in office when the tragic news of Samantha Josephson broke. The pain that we all felt that day and the days that followed will never fade from my memory. I will never forget the strength and inspiration the Josephson family gave our Carolina family as they spoke to us during Samantha's vigil about her beautiful life as they focused on finding the positive amongst such tragedy. Out of this tragic event, we were able to come together as one family and start the What's My Name campaign to help spread awareness about rideshare safety along with the Josephson family and President Pastides on an international stage with Uber coming to our campus to ensure we had the best safety practices in place. I will never forget the loss of any of our fellow Gamecocks, especially those closest to home. I will never forget when we lost a student, my fraternity brother, in the Greek village. The pain our Carolina family felt was great, but the love and support our community gave each other was even greater. Moving on from this tragedy, we were able to raise awareness about mental health on college campuses as we broke down the stigma associated with mental health on our own campus. We celebrated the 100-year anniversary of our business school and Darla Moore for all the opportunities she has created for our students. We said goodbye to our beloved former president and first lady as the Pastides began a new chapter of their lives. We fought to make sure our voice was heard during the presidential search and welcomed President Caslin and our First Lady Shelley to our family and our campus. The need for parking solutions on our campus was severe, and as a result, we were able to make our busiest and most utilized parking garage, Bull Street, more efficient through increased payment options from only cash and Carolina card to debit, credit, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and other mobile pay options. We ended the Greek fee and ensured that our students will receive the parking they were promised and paid for. We were able to celebrate and thank our active military and first responders through the first ever programming event for 9/11 on our campus. We came together as a group and worked out in teams that morning. We partnered with USCPD and allowed our student body to write pledges in honor of the lives lost that tragic day, to write thank you notes to our local first responders and active military for allowing us to be safe on our campus, and to sign up to donate blood in honor of the lives lost on 9/11. We also came together as a community and raised over $16,000 for Friends of the Fisher House through the second annual Veterans Day 5K. We more than quadrupled the amount of runners to nearly 400, and money raised from $3,000 to $16,000 in just 1 year. We were also able to recognize our student veterans through installing a Purple Heart parking space that serves as a monument for our students that are Purple Heart recipients. Not only did we unveil the parking space, but we were able to give out customized parking passes to those deserving students. We were able to secure nearly $1 million from President Caslen to work with Dean McNally to renovate the 4th floor of the Thomas Cooper Library. We created a modern and collaborative space for students to study the way they want, both in groups and individually. This helped not only to meet the growing need for more space for our students, but we were among the first universities to install the cutting-edge technology on our campus. We had our 3rd annual Stigma-Free USC Week on campus, where we broke down the stigma associated with mental health and promoted mental health resources available on our campus, while hosting de-stress activities like yoga classes and TED Talk screenings. This week worked to ensure that our students were having honest conversations about mental health. We created space for students who have historically not been represented, with the ability to not only have a seat at the table, but to actively participate throughout the year on cabinet through the creation of the first ever Secretary of Carolina Life position, a program aimed and geared towards helping students with learning differences and disabilities. We also help celebrate the diversity on our campus through the campus-wide Diversity Week and by tabling every Hip Hop Wednesday. We were able to plan our first ever student government SEC partnership with the University of Georgia, when both universities came together for an initiative called Dress Down with the Dogs. Students were able to participate by dressing down during the football game to promote Down syndrome awareness. As a university, we looked at how we could ensure that students from across the state of South Carolina can attend college at the University of South Carolina and expand our pipelines to K through 12 as I served with President Caslen on the Commission on Higher Education Advisory Committee. We were able to help combat food insecurity on our campus through Swipe Out Hunger. This initiative gave students the opportunity to donate their unused meal swipes at the end of each semester in order to help fellow Gamecocks in need. We were able to partner with Helency's Hope to bring a mental health workshop to campus. During this event, students had an opportunity to hear from the Helensky family and to learn about ways that we can work together to improve and promote mental health awareness on our own campus. We partnered with Clemson to promote mental health awareness on both campuses during our Palmetto State rivalry game. During the football game, students from both schools held up a 3 during the first play of the 3rd quarter to pay tribute to Helensky's Hope and the work that they do to promote mental health. We hosted Sustainability Week called Think Green, Eat Green to educate students about how to eat healthy while being environmentally friendly on campus. This week focused on healthy food options on our own campus, recycling in the Russell House, and composting. We were able to bring together student body presidents from all across the state of South Carolina when we hosted the Student Body President Summit. During the summit, we heard from inspirational leaders, built relationships, and worked together to proactively tackle issues that we all face at our own individual institutions. We worked together towards the future of our new student union. I had the privilege of serving on the new Student Union Steering Committee and the new Student Union Feasibility Study, working with administrators to ensure that the needs of our students are prioritized as we move forward on this necessary project. These are just a few of the accomplishments that highlight the incredible work of student government and our Carolina family this year. I would be remiss if I did not thank those that made these incredible feats possible this year. Nothing I've talked about was done alone, and none of these things would have been possible or accomplished had it not been for the incredible team around me. To my running mate and treasurer, Kate, our Speaker of the Student Senate, Davis, and our Student Body Vice President, Sophie, you all worked tirelessly along with our Student Senate and Cabinet to make these initiatives come to fruition. Although we didn't always see eye to eye, together we made an unstoppable team. To my staff, Sam and Karina, for being such pillars of constant support and working countless hours to ensure your student body was being represented, and to the giants that came before me, that made student government what it is today. Michael Parks, Ross Lordo, and Taylor Wright, who served as student body presidents my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. A special thank you to Dr. Anna Edwards, who helped us every single minute of our year. Thank you for answering all of the calls after you were home with your family, for the early morning coffees and countless crisis management meetings we had this year. Never a dull moment. To Miss Teresa Sexton, who helped us transition into our new roles, and to Jerome Scott for working nonstop to help ensure student government was challenging itself to do more and to be better. To Dean McNally and Dr. Dennis Pruitt, and Jared Evans, who helped make some of our biggest initiatives come to life this year, and for constantly fighting for our students. To President Emeritus Pastides, thank you for your 11 years of service to this great university and helping us through such a challenging time and the loss of student life. And to President Caslin, for being such an advocate for the students and for making yourself accessible to any student, no matter the circumstance, whether it be through your morning workouts, ice cream socials, or office hours on Green Street. Lastly, I would like to thank you, the student body, for believing in me and allowing me to represent you this year. Serving as student body president has been the greatest honor of my life, and it will go with me for the rest of my life. Now I know we are going through incredibly difficult and unprecedented times, with lots of unknowns about the future. But one thing I do know for certain is that no matter what comes at us, the state of the student body has never been better. Thank you, and forever to thee, your student body president, Luke Rankin.